I'm Peter Krogh, and I'm the Chief Product Officer of Mediagraph. I've been involved in the DAM industry for 20 years and written 6 books on the subject. Mediagraph is a cloud DAM application. We were rebuilt from scratch 5 years ago, and then after a year or two of testing, we've rolled out. We're in use by many different types of organizations, including universities, nonprofits, news organizations, retail, manufacturers, etc. And we have the capability to make files very discoverable, even in extremely large collections. And we also, as you're going to see today, have a fantastic AI capability to tune the AI to the specific needs of your organization. We're going to take a quick look at some of the manual tagging capabilities that Mediagraph offers, and then we're going to do a deeper dive into what we call Composable AI, which is a feature that allows you to tune the AI tagging and analysis to your specific needs. This is something that will help every user of the system find the files that they're looking for, and it helps the administrators of the system to save a tremendous amount of time. DAMs that don't have a composable AI solution are often going to just provide generic information, and while that may be good enough for a lot of purposes, it really doesn't help for the very specific needs of content discovery that we see within an organizational DAM. So I'm going to start by saying the difference between what we consider to be the standard AI features, which are facial recognition, auto keywording, maybe alt text generation, transcriptions, etc. And we're going to spend most of our time here on Composable AI, which is a feature that allows you to be in charge of the instructions, it allows you to create specific tasks, target specific fields, test and refine, and gives you control over when to run the action, and also really to validate that what it's doing is something valuable for you. You can read more about the background of this in DAM News if you search for the Composable AI article that was published there a couple of months ago. So let's start with just some manual tagging. I have a collection of images here that have dogs and cats, and let's say I need to tag them. I'm going to scroll down to the tag tree, which is the friendlier term for taxonomy, and I can see that I have keywords for dog and cat. I can see by the blue tint that some of the 28 assets that are in this group have the tag dog and cat, and I can actually mouse over it and see that 5 of these 28 are tagged with cat and 8 are tagged for dog. If I'd like to find those files, I can simply click and see the 5 that are tagged for cats. But if I really want to validate my work, one of the first things I want to do is find all the files that I might have missed. So I'm looking for files that do not have the tag cat, and I can see that we have several of them, and I'm just going to select those, and I'm going to drag them onto the taxonomy and apply the term cat. Okay, now let's do the same thing with dogs. I'm going to undo the tag filter for cat. I'm going to say show me all files that don't have the tag dog. I can select a file, shift select to multiple files, and simply drag that onto dog, and that's going to apply the tag to those files. So very easy way for you to both tag and to validate. Well, now let's move into some of the AI tagging. One of the things that, of course, is very common is face tagging, and I'll show you what we do here. I've got some files that have no tags for people in them, and I'm just going to drop them in. Now that these files have finished processing, I can double click and open the file, and I'll see that the face tags have been properly applied to these files on the way in. And so we know who these pictures are of without having to do any manual work, and I can go find the the person in the taxonomy very easily. When I have a file selected, we see this check mark, and I can go find who that person is. So we've integrated the AI tagging with an actual taxonomy, which is quite useful. Let's take a look at a couple other important capabilities. So one of the things that's very common for graphic designers is to want to know how many people are in a picture, and I'm searching for photos, say, of 3 people. Now I'm able to create an AI action here, and this is the prompt for that AI action. And there are only these allowed values, and so these pictures will be analyzed, and the count of the number of people will be applied to it as a keyword. Now I can go down and filter for that. I have a lot of these set up, but I can go to person count, and I can say if I'm only looking for pictures that have 3 people, I click on that, and then I'm going to see these photos, and I can arrow through them and see that they have 3 people. So that something very useful. It's a very simple action, but quite useful and nice to be able to just make that one individual action. Now, another thing that's really important when we're talking about AI is the ability to test and see if the foundation model that you're using and the prompt that you are using are going to produce the results you want. And what I've got here are some screenshots of several different prompts and foundation models that I've been using to test. And I've just put these screenshots here so you can see. And when I look at my set of test images, I can see what the results from each of the different prompts and foundation models has produced. And what this does is this allows me to evaluate which one of these is best. And what I found is that what I ended up liking the most was Sonnet 3.7, 2 sentences. It's a nice, short, concise description of what's in the picture. As a matter of fact, you can see that it identified it as New Orleans and rain-soaked streets. So very useful. All of the description that is created here is indexed for search, which means that I can then search on New Orleans and find those pictures. Another important capability that AI can give us is the ability to generate alt text, which is becoming a requirement for any files that are published on the web. This alt text is generated automatically at the time of upload, and you can see that you can even determine which language you would like the alt text to be created in. In this case, we're seeing it in French, and we see it in English on this one, and English on this one. So this helps for you to be compliant in accessibility. Now let's ask the AI to do some more interpretive work. In this case, we're looking for some emotional analysis. And so the prompt that I've created says, describe the emotion in this photo in 1 sentence, followed up to 6 comma-separated adjectives describing the emotion. In this photo of some airplane mechanics from World War II, I can see that it has created a nice and accurate description of the photo, and then the adjectives are meticulous, purposeful, dedicated, concentrated, diligent, and professional. Those would be excellent search terms if you were looking for a file that had that, and that displayed or described that kind of emotion. In this case, we have some soldiers in the field, and we can see that the emotion is exhausted, solemn, battle-worn, resolute, grim, and stoic. You have a lot of control over what the keywords would be and when they're generated. Here's another one where thoughtful, mysterious, composed, dignified, wistful, elegant. So these are really useful keywords. They're the kind of keywords that a person might add, and they can be verified. They can be corrected if you're keyword manager doesn't like exactly what they look like. In these two examples, we're going to see the AI go beyond just simple extraction of information and actually give us some context. In this first example, we have some vegetables, and one of our clients is an organic food producer, and I asked it to create or to name a set of recipes, traditional recipes from Croatia that use this type of food. So it identified this as green split peas, and now is giving me a list of the kinds of dishes that you would make with this. So we're starting to get into a deeper analysis. In this case, we have a PDF document, and it's a 40-page PDF document from the 1939 World's Fair, and I asked AI to do a number of different analyses on this, and those included a text synopsis of the entire 40-page document, and it did a very nice job. I also asked it to create keywords for the text in this document, and again, it did a very nice job. And then I asked it to extract key concepts and key people, and it did a great job of extracting those concepts, organizing them, and the same with the people. So these are just a handful of examples that Composable AI can do for you, and it really depends upon the needs of your collection, and even more so at times the needs of particular subgroups of files within your collection. And we're really happy to see what our clients are doing with this. It's really helping them make sense of large collections. Well, what we saw here is the ability to do some manual tagging at scale, and we also saw the ability to tune your AI to the specific needs of your organization. If you're interested in taking a look and actually giving it a try, you can go to www.mediagraph.io and sign up for either a demo or a trial account, and we'd love to let you use Mediagraph on your own material, because that's really the only way to find out if it's going to do what you need. So please feel free to give us a call. We'd love to show you what we can do.